vicious menacing. The demons portray the religionist. I wake in the morning, another appointment. I hope the psychologist listening. Sometimes I gotta vent, I don't have no one to talk to. Gotta put my pride aside just to call you. These piano keys, they study me well. Kids, listen up, I got some stories to tell.
Interrogations continued night and day. There were mass beatings. Prisoners with afro hairstyles, viewed correctly by officials as a political statement, had their hair forcibly shorn. For 2 days and nights, prisoners withstood this abuse.
We don't never take time to count the blessings. Don't you know that our presence is a present?
Better stand up and make a decision about how you're getting out of here. Oh, damn. Make the decision. Stand still. And go on, boy. You're wasting time. And the only people who got time are dead. If you're dead, I'm gonna take them shit. And your body. And that shit. Done. Okay.
Like the American Indian Movement or the Black Panthers, repression is still something pretty new, and I think the only way that people can really get a grasp and comprehend it is to put it in that historical perspective of recognizing that our society has always been one that traditionally imprisons and makes an example out of those that oppose it. Repression's intent is to crush resistance, and if we allow ourselves to be intimidated because of years in prison, then we have successfully been conquered. And I think it's a disgrace to our ancestors, it's a disgrace to all the people that have died fighting for freedom, for us not to push the envelope and not to struggle and make a greater sacrifice than those who went before us. Because if we don't, it's just going to leave a greater sacrifice for our children to make, and that's not the world I want to leave for my children.
You should know that a lot of activists around the country are very concerned that we're getting ready to repeat a very sad chapter of our history, where people who are rightfully protesting what they consider to be an injustice in their community, which is their relationship with police officers, are now being targeted and labeled as extremists and are going through periods of surveillance and harassment. And so I would like to know, what is your department going to do to protect the rights of average citizens to protest if they have a concern?
Yeah, boy, we in A. What's up with the fit, boy? What's up with the fit, boy? Such life, man. That ain't talking about nothing. Oh, man. What's up with your fit, boy?
Came out with that hot ass African suit on.
Nigga said African suit. Fringes, nigga. Fringes.
Big ass jeans.
Feel me?
Summertime, nigga.
Them dunks hard, man. How much them dunks cost, D?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember? Damn, man. Raising Cane's is Zaxby's, nigga. That's crazy.
Let's do it, bro. Let's go on this walk. You need to lose some pounds anyway.
Like, that boy ain't answered. Nigga, that's for you, bud. With that skeleton head, bud. That's for you. You really would rock that, though. If that was in your size, you would rock that. No cap. Man, get that, bro. That's about your size, too. No cap shit.
先生、俺強いよね。
はあ、生意気にもな。
でも、俺だけ強くてもダメらしいよ。俺が救えるのは、他人に救われる準備があるやつだけだ。
My guy. Oh man, what's going, boy?
afraid of the Boondocks, and they've asked me to tell you that I watch Hard Knocks. I think that, see, nobody ever just is honest. First, let's hit BET. I know Robert Johnson has said some things. How do you feel about, I think I have a quote here, something about BET does more in one day to serve the interests of African Americans than this young man has done his entire life. Yeah, he wrote that. No, he wrote that in a bunch of places because he was mad at me. And it's funny because at that time, really no one knew who I was. And then they did. So thank you.
Our leader, Bob Johnson, had a dream of creating a network that would accomplish what hundreds of years of slavery, Jim Crow, and malt liquor couldn't. The destruction of black people!
No, I don't have to, BET is what it is. Everyone knows what it is. It's like, the question is, what are we going to do about it, Because it's, I can't talk too much more about BET.
Mr. Leeville, since BET came into existence, terrible things have happened to black people. Dropout rates, teen pregnancy, unemployment, and incarceration have skyrocketed since our debut 25 years ago. We really believe we're making a difference.
I've been losing pace for the fuck shit that be around. Looking at you niggas fighting for some shit I seen niggas. I broke with Pete with the lost hope gets so the mayor see me for the day do every time. Still fail to recognize really where the trouble lies. Moving through this light blind. Trying to sprout at the same time. Roots all intertwined. Souls wrapped in the shrine. We was broke, still on the grind. Noose tearing at the spine. Seen the moon and the sun rising. Swear the stool see me from my mind's edge. Any flow now when the loud twist like. What you want from this life?
The truth is like, it's just no way I'm going to sit and make up and get a wig put on and get my face beat to argue with a bunch of bitches about nothing. I can't do it. What does that do for me in my life? Like, what's the argument? I can't, what?
Apply pressure, results require my attention. I'm not impressed with your goalposts, you got them shifting. Grown folks talking, you gotta listen. Vision locked like Coast Guard on swimmer, but it's on chips, all in with them.
Listen to me. You are living in a tormented cultural wasteland. You are a black man, and you are not dead, and neither are the rest of us. You are alive.
Different novel, thick a line.
camera? Like, what's up? Like, tell the folks what's good. You know where this going? Where is this going?
Need it on the lane. All this cash that I'm finna make. Different avenues, cause I'm on the way. Stop the games, cut the tricks, I don't wanna play, no. Ain't never shots to the other lane. I don't wanna crash, I don't wanna break. Finished off of gas, you need anything. Okay, okay.
More like Peter Pan. Peter Pan, cause I'm fly like that. He said cause he fly like that. You ain't fly.
Got nothing to do in the versatile. Okay, okay. They ask me, Jordan, where the fuck you been? I don't tell nothing to no one but my friends. Been learning slowly on how to trust again. Niggas that try me, slimes turn to slime. I just throw my hand talk straight to the universe. And if it's needed, they make me do the work. And come out on the other side with some thicker skin and some lessons learned. Let me burn off this adrenaline, let's get it. Got you by my side, it's been a long time, but I love your company. We got nothing to do in the versatile, so you tryna fuck with me. And what you tryna eat a little later? Hibachi. You think a nigga got paper? I'm laughing, but couldn't name one hater. Cause stop me, we gon' be okay, okay. Got you by my side, it's been a long time, but I love your company. We got nothing to do in the versatile. Okay, okay.
Hate is broken by giving. I give to you, and I break my own hate cycle. Why do I give a shit? Me and you. We're brothers, and we got to be there for our children.
A lot of people see them, they'll know, you know, like when it's TOD, they'll know from where we coming from.
You know, instead of taking it out and fighting, you do it by games, you know, by having, you know, well, yo, man, we meet you in the handball court or in the basketball court or we'll do this. You know, that's how you do it, man. Because you don't know what's out there. They might come over here, you might end up in the hospital. Or you might do something to one of them and then what? You're gonna end up in jail doing what?
Time. Well, I think now it's worse because they'll go upstairs and get their guns. And you could even end up, you know, in a funeral home.
What kind of guns you talking about?
Like shotguns,
25,
double barrels, Uzis, double barrels.
Now, if we can get these two groups together, then what's to say that we can get the other groups together? Maybe, you know, if we show the other blocks and everybody else that we're doing something about it, and if you want to participate, you got to bury the hatchet. We got to show them that we're here to do something for ourselves, not kill each other off.
How about you? What's your name?
Blackie. He said that's not the fit to be recording, man.
I ain't gonna kill you. You gotta catch me. I'm gonna catch you.
Okay.
Now how y'all gonna do that? Y'all gonna muscle up?
Yeah, that's it.
Y'all gonna muscle up? Y'all gonna muscle up?
And got it. Yeah.
young sociology professor, Dr. Nathan Hare, recently fired by Howard for his militancy.
We pay taxes just like the whites do, as much as we're allowed to make money. So what you have then is a sort of colored cracker system of administrators who don't want persons to breathe. They can't do anything until the white schools have done it. For example, Malcolm X was not allowed to speak at Howard the first year. He was invited by students. Then Yale invited him, University of Michigan, and others, Harvard. Then the next year, Howard invited him, but they hastened to put out a public relations release saying that now we've joined the ranks of Yale and Harvard. And of course, they had somebody to debate him.
Time to move, but it don't speed up. It don't lead to my life to figure it out. I'm not surprised that I made it this far.
Real sincerity, when we talk about brotherhood and equality. And I realized that I was extremely fortunate not to be killed myself. And that even though I possessed 2 degrees, even though I had played football for Syracuse, even though I was an elementary school principal who had educated white children, even though I worked with white people in the Washington Urban League, even though there are white people that I consider close friends, that as the boys say, when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, right down to where it really matters, you're still a brother.
That's what you want to need, some Crocs. Bad kids, I got kids, bro. Fuck. So what? What's wrong with this nigga, man? I got kids.
You said what?
Yeah, living life, man. That's all you can do.
Mumia, it would be wonderful if you could say a few words how our country needs to rediscover what family means, and also expand a bit. In the last decades, the primary responsibility for educating children has shifted from the family to the school. What is your input on that?
I would say that when you look at education, generally in this country, and perhaps around the world, but specifically in this country, what you'll see is from the very earliest years, when a child goes to school and comes back home, the child perceives mom and dad differently than he did before he went to school. He senses that his parents, are somehow not as smart as his teacher. He gets that sense that when he needs to learn something, he goes to his teacher. He doesn't go to his mother. He doesn't go to his father, because his teacher knows his parents don't. At that point, what you develop is a kind of alienization or an alienation of the child from his family unit, his fundamental family unit, what is fundamental in life. A loving, caring family. A loving, caring marriage, and a loving, caring community. I mean, isn't that really what we all want in this world, in life?
I agree with you, but to me the most negative thing is that a child is stopped from relating to his peers if he is schooled at home, and children need to learn to relate with other children their age.
Well, yeah, I think also that it should be noted that the Bruderhof, your family, your community, you have your own, primary schools. So because you have your own schools, you're conscious of who teaches and what is taught and how it's taught and in what spirit that happens, you see. Many people who live in the city have nothing even remotely close to that, you see. In fact, they have no idea what is being taught. They have no idea who the teacher really is. They don't know who that person is. So I think that the experience that the Bruderhof have is very different from the average person in the city or even in a rural setting where they don't know who those persons is. They don't know who that teacher is. They don't know what's being taught. They don't know the spirit. And they don't know how that person really relates to that child, you see. Today, the major media are big business. They are part of these multinational, huge corporations. And if you think they don't control what comes into that camera lens and out on that TV screen, well, come on. If I own you, I control you. If I pay you, I tell you what to say and what not to say. And when you look at the news today, I'm talking now about a national network newscast. The similarities between, think about this, Christoph, the similarities between a national network newscast and what used to be a local newscast are astounding. Local crime stories become national news stories. Not because of anything extraordinary about that, but that's the stuff that they're feeding out there. They don't feed pieces that talk about the fundamental relationships of power and rank and status in this country. They talk about sensation. It's designed to attract you emotionally, to touch you sensationally, to get you looking, but not to get you thinking. Not to question the fundamental relationships of power, of wealth, of justice, of injustice. You hear it very often when you read the papers or you look at TV about how parents in general society are just so glad when summer is over Because when summer is over, they can take that kid and put them back in school, and their day is kind of free again. You see what I'm saying? One thing that we don't want to do is do the same thing that the system is doing every day. If that were the case, why replace the system?
And I just wish the best for you and your career. You already told me what you want to do. So I'm praying that you're able to accomplish all that.
Holy, come together, holy, holy. People, we all gotta come together, 'cause we need the strength, power, all the feeling. Holy, holy. Get together, one another.
My mama just believe in God, and
She believed in God.
and she don't believe in holidays. Like she don't believe in
Right.
Christmas. She don't believe in Halloween. Like we didn't celebrate a lot of holidays coming up. I went to church.
You went to church?
Yeah.
So you grew up in the church?
Yeah, I grew up in church.
I'm confused.
What you confused about?
So no Christmas?
No Christmas. No Easter.
No Easter?
No.
No Valentine's?
No Valentine.
Halloween?
No Halloween. It was really basically it was Christmas and Easter because my mama say that those are pagan holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, Christmas it's somewhere in the Bible. Like my mama know the Bible from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's somewhere in there where Christmas, like Jesus wasn't born on December 25th. It's made up.
Right.
And it's the people just made up to talk about Jesus.
Right.
And Resurrection Day, that's not the day he got robes on in real life, but it's just those holidays are man-made.
Oh, okay.
And it's against the Bible against it somehow, somewhere it's pagan holidays.
Okay.
of Rock, chapter 30, verse 21. Give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel.
Don't afflict yourself in your own counsel, meaning you get lost in the sauce in your own thoughts. Lord said, don't do that thing. Go ahead.
The gladness of the heart is the life of man.
Because the gladness of heart is the life of man, meaning the strength of man. Go ahead.
And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days.
The joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. That's what we just read in Job. That's how you gonna lift up your face without spot. You understand? You must forget your misery. Read on.
Love thine own soul.
Do what?
Love thine own soul.
How you gonna love your own soul if your self-esteem is low because you feel like you can't overcome sin? You feel like sin is stronger than the spirit of Christ within you. It's not gonna work. Read on.
And comfort thy heart.
Do what?
Comfort thy heart.
Read.
Remove sorrow far from thee.
What did the Bible say?
Remove sorrow far from thee.
Remove sorrow far from thee. Go ahead.
For sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein.
No profit. Sorrow, depression, worrying is unprofitable to you. As a matter of fact, it will shorten your lifespan. You understand?
Jesus, young man, didn't save you to sin. He saved you from sin, young man.
Daddy, have you ever known when a blueberry turned the camera off? I mean, it turned. What you talking about, Willis?
Nigga, I don't gang bang, so why you ask me where I'm from? I guess cause my complexion so threatening. 2015, my people died and I ain't learned no lesson, I'm saying. It really just made me angry, made me hate me. This world got me thinking that my skin full of sin. Unless you ball or you pick up a pen. I hope you look past my exterior and see the God from within.